What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great week. Let's see, to start out with, this morning we started out with 229 members in our group, which is good, but it's still not enough. We got to get more involved and invite more people. The more we have, the bigger we can make our community, and the better off we are with a large community, because a large community you can interact with people. They can give ideas that maybe something that somebody else hasn't thought of. It's just a great way to keep in touch too with everybody and what they're doing in the off season. Off season's going to be the hardest, because that's when everybody kind of scatters and nobody wants to look at the group, because you don't have anything that you want to post or anything like that. But I'll keep posting and keep it up. I've been kicking around something to do for 1,000 members, and here's what I come up with. You might like it, you might not. If we can get to 1,000 members by the first of the year, I will go out and dive in the snow in my underwear. So if you want to see a big, fat, bald, hairy guy dive in the snow in his underwear, get us to 1,000 members and I'll do it. Plain and simple. Might not be pretty, but I'll do it. It's up to you. I'll do it. Okay. Flyers. I was hoping to have flyers done before the end of the season, but right now it's not looking real good. I have too many missing vendors to put on the flyer. The flyer is a Z fold and not a bifold or trifold. I mean, trifold is the ones where you kind of open them up like this, like like doors. Z fold is one that you grab the front and the back and it opens up. I just feel that the Z fold is more noticeable when you go to open it up. The trifolds, somebody will open up the first page and read a little bit, and that's the end of it. So I want it so when they open it, you get the whole front. And then you can turn it over and you can see the vendors and what people have. And that's going to be on the back, and that's what I'm waiting on so I can start working on it. I'll pick up the information Saturday from Lynn, and then I can get started on working on that back. Earlier today, Sean from the Grateful Shed texted me or messaged me and said that he will have his information to me this weekend. Anybody else that doesn't have it to me by this weekend is just going to be left off of the flyer. I'm not putting nobody's name on it or nothing. If you can't take the time to fill out a card and with your name or the name of your business or whatever you're calling yourself there, then I'm not taking the time to put your name on it. It's just going to be a star or an asterisk that says permanent vendor. That's it. I'm not babysitting anybody. So if you don't want to be on the flyers, then don't give me your information. If you want to be on the flyer, then give me your information. It's that simple. And I was kind of hoping to have them done so I could send some with people when they go home. Because let's face it, once the market's over, which could only be like 2 or 3 weeks away, just once we hit October, who knows what the weather's going to be like. And there'll be a lot of people that say, hell no, I'm not coming back, I'm closing up and going home. And once they go home, I can't get flyers to them to take to where they live to get in their, to put out in their area. Because some of us live an hour away from the flea market, and you know, people will drive an hour or so to go to a flea market. You know, you take them to the grocery stores or convenience stores or the Arab's little store down on the corner. You know, you can, or anywhere that people will let you put them out. You know, the grocery stores, most of them have a bulletin board. You can pin, you know, 4 or 5 of them up on there, and when you come back the next time, if they're gone, hey, great, put more up. Put more on. So I was kind of hoping to have that, because I am not going to drive an hour, go down to the flea market and then drive an hour each direction and start putting flyers out. You know, no. I'll have some with me. Lynn will have some with her. And if I have them done and somebody's still around, they can have some with them. And when they're out and about, they will put them where they can. Lynn goes down towards Pittsburgh to visit her daughter, which is great, because then she's a little bit further down. You know, but the area around the flea market, once we have a sign up, everybody around there is going to know we're there still. But we need to get out a little further and get a little further reach. So that's why I was kind of hoping to have them done. We'll see what happens. And just to let everyone know, you know, I don't have to do this. I don't get paid to do this. I don't get paid to run the group. I didn't get paid to form the Facebook group. I'm not getting paid to do t-shirts. The only thing I'm getting out of the t-shirts is my money back that I paid for the transfers in the t-shirts. Everything after that goes into a fund for the flea market, for us to do other things, like a selfie station or something that we all decide that is more important than another. I take time from my other projects to do this. Yesterday morning I sat down and started writing out my script for today's video, and I worked on it for about 2.5 hours. And then this morning I worked on it again for another 2 hours after I got some more information in that I was waiting on, so I could finish up my script and have everything ready for the update. You know, the flea market could stay the same for me and it wouldn't bother me. You know, I do well enough down there, me and my mom, that we grow every year. You know, we just continuously work at it, adding stuff, taking stuff out that's not selling, and we grow every year. So, you know, I'm fine with it. I don't I do this because I like the challenge. You know, I looked at it, and as soon as Lynn asked me, you know, she said, can you do a Facebook group? And I thought long and hard for about 10 seconds and said yes. And that kind of started from there. And then as I started seeing and started thinking about what we should be doing and what I should be doing to help everybody, then I love that. I was like, yes, good challenge. But yeah, I could be working on pinball machines and arcade machines, video games for the store and arcade. I can be working on videos for my YouTube channel and keep growing my community over there. But no, I decided that this was a great challenge, so I'm going to work at this as well. So now I have 3 of them. But right now this has been kind of taking up most of my time because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't been done in a long time, so we're constantly working on that. Most of the time during the week I can only get a little bit stuff done for my YouTube channel, and I haven't done much for the arcade because the arcade's just about closed because, like I said, everybody's gone home. So that's where I'm at. I just wanted you to know that I don't have to do this. I could, you know, I'm doing it to help other people. Yes, it'll help me too, but, you know, if I didn't do nothing and except just continue doing what I am doing, I'm fine with that too. I had a long talk with Craig. There's no problem with us doing anything. You know, signs, yard signs, whatever we want to do is fine with him. He'll help us if he can, like sinking the posts for the sign. But everything, you know, t-shirts, magnets, marketing, anything we want to do is fine with him. He told me he's no marketer, so he has no idea what to do except, you know, advertise where he advertises. You know, which is fine because I'm no marketer either. I have no clue what else to do. Would have no clue what else to do. That's Lynn's job. Our sign is at the printers as we speak. Billy Lowe took the proofs down, and she's having the two signs made. You know, one on either side. The banners, they're going to be vinyl. And she decided that we should have 10 yard signs. So she's using the same design and doing 10 yard signs as well. Just leave me alone. So, which is good. So our sign is, I gotta get over there. Go over there and sit. So I gotta, you know, so we have that coming. And I want to get that done too before it gets too cold. Once it gets cold, you know, it's kind of hard for anybody to really want to do anything out in the cold. You know, when it's 30 degrees or, you know, or lower. Come here. You got to go down. Atta girl. Be a good girl. So, it'd be nice to have it done because that's free advertising all winter, letting everybody know that we're there. Lynn's going to coordinate and make sandwich boards the same. Okay. I changed the sign. Here's the sign. I know everybody's going to hate the yellow, but yellow gets noticed. Plain and simple. Yellow gets noticed. I've used yellow before on signs. When I had the store in town, my big sign, which was 10 by 12 lighted, was red on yellow. More red than yellow, but reds and yellows. Can't find a picture of it, or I'd show you a picture of it. My banner that was on the side, right on the front of the building, yellow background, red letters. And when people would come in, they would comment that it, you know, they had no trouble finding us because can't miss those signs. And that's the whole idea with it, is getting noticed. When you're driving down the road, you know, granted I know there's a stoplight, traffic light up there on the corner and people have to slow down to go to the traffic light. But you stop and think about it, when you're going up towards the traffic light, what are you looking at? You're looking at the traffic light to make sure it's either red or green so you can go through or you have to stop. But if that big yellow sign is stuck out there when you're driving up to the traffic light, you're going to notice that yellow sign and read that sign. And that's the whole idea with the yellow is being eye-catching, so people will notice it and stop. Got to be noticed. Your sign could be as pretty as could be. I had that one sign that everyone liked with the flowing flag across the top and yellow letters, or white letters, and everybody really liked that sign. But it wouldn't get noticed. It can be the prettiest thing in the world sitting out there on a post and nobody ever noticed it. And if it's not noticed, what damn good is it? So I'm sorry that it's yellow, and if you don't like the yellow, you can come tell me about it. But I think the yellow is going to get more attention than anything. Lynn is working on the marketing side of things. Like I said, I'm no marketer. I like the physical part of things. I like the apparel and, the canned koozies and t-shirts and signs, all that stuff, the physical stuff that I can work at and show you, hey, see what I did? Looky, looky, looky. That's the type of stuff I like to do. Marketing, I have no clue what to do with marketing, except, newspaper and radio station and stuff like that. After that, I have no clue. Lynn does. She has an act for that. She went to business college and she has her degree, so she understands quite a bit about marketing as far as getting us into some of the groups and organizations and stuff like that. There's stuff out there that she can work with and work on getting us into, like Visit PA, only in Pennsylvania, and there's flea market groups just for flea marketers, not for a flea market itself, but there's groups and channels on YouTube and stuff like that people that's all they do is go and flea market. So she's getting us trying to get us into some of the other venues, I guess, or not, I don't know, maybe not venue, that's probably not the word for it, but other areas of marketing to get us noticed more and more. That, let's face it, we're in a digital world and we have to adapt to it because that's what everybody does. Everybody does Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. So the more we can get into those areas, the more people we can reach. And I don't care what you say, there's a lot of people just in our area around the flea market that are on Facebook. They watch YouTube, the Instagram, what have you. So we have to be in those areas. I mention, and I do some work on YouTube for Leeper Flea Market as well, because I understand that, that's what people do. So that's what she's working on as well, is trying to get us into some other areas. She asked me about Instagram or TikTok or stuff like that, and hell, I don't do that. And I guess probably should learn, but that's just, YouTube and Facebook, that's where I'm at right now. I do have a Instagram account for my personal account, but I've never done anything over there. But yeah, marketing. You can reach more people marketing because of it being a digital world. And that's what she's working on. And I'm glad it's her and not me. She's also working on an angle of us being open 40 years. Now, before you get your drawers in a knot, I talked to Craig. He bought the store and the flea market in 1984, and he doesn't remember if there was anything up top or not. If if there was flea market was there, or if they just they started it at that time. He has enough stuff going on, and just whatever. Who the hell remembers what they did 40 years ago anyway? So she's working that angle with, I think, Discover Clarion. Now I may not have, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I'll give you a little nugget as to what's going on. And we might be able to get featured. Like I said, that in marketing, you get a hold of people and they're all excited, and then the next thing you know, they decide, nah, we're not going to do that. So it's really hard to report on anything until there's a definite maybe. You get a definite yes that they are going to do it, and then we can report to everybody that what's going on. You don't want to get people's hopes up, and then and then a week later you say, oh, well, they're not going to do it. Oh wow, what happened? Who knows? People are people. And I really like the 40 years angle. I wouldn't know what to do with it, except on the flyers, come celebrate our 40th year, or our 40 years of a flea market. Speaking of, when I found out why the flea market was moved down below, it wasn't up to Craig. They didn't decide it. The state decided it for them. They told them, either you close the flea market or you move it down below, or you move it somewhere else, because of the traffic, and people were parking on the roads and going into the flea market. Where we're at now was the parking lot. You park down below and you walk up to the flea market. Nobody wanted to do that. It was hard to find the parking lot because you had to come down the dirt road at the car wash and then come up through the bottom and park. And then you walked up top. Well, so everybody parked out on the road and then walked into the flea market, and it just got too much congestion, too much of a problem out on the roads. So they told them, nope, got to move it. So that's why it got moved down below. That was kind of the deciding factor of why we are down below. Let's see. So, but if it was a flea market before Craig got it, that's a mystery. So that's what we're going to go with. We're just going to go with when Craig bought it, then the flea market started. And we'll leave it there, and I don't care what you've heard or anything. We have to have definitive information stating that it was going on before Craig bought it, before 1984. If not, forever hold your peace, because if you can't prove it, then it's not true, so to speak. So, that is what it is, and I like the 40th, because now we can work that angle more and more. She can do a lot of stuff and sell a lot of things to other people about, hey, this is we just did 40 years of being open as a flea market, come check us out, whatever. It's a great way to market the flea market. How many other flea markets can say they've been around for 40 years? All right, so just kind of a recap in case you kind of caught this in the end. Again, if we make 1,000 members by the first of the year, you'll get to see some old fat hairy bald guy dive in the snow in his underwear. If that's something you want to see, let's get it to 1,000. Come on, work it. Work them angles. Get them people in there. Flyers, again, on the flyers. If I don't have the information by this weekend, then you're not going to be on the back of the flyer. All it's going to be is an asterisk with a permanent vendor. That's it. I'm not chasing people down. Lynn passed out cards at the meeting, and people decided they didn't want to do it, so that kind of tells me that they don't want to be on the flyer. But if they do want to be on the flyer, then let's get the information so I can get started on the back of the flyer. That we went over, that you don't want to hear that again. Sign, again, signs are at print, 4x8, nice bright yellow. I hope you like it. If you don't, lump it. Signs are coming. All we have to do is buy material and put the sign up. Craig will dig the holes, we'll assemble the sign on the ground, and then we'll stand it up and bury it in the ground. And we have yard signs coming as well that'll match that. Lynn's going to coordinate and do the sandwich boards the same colors. So we'll be the yellow people. Her husband Tom, I think, is even going to make her a couple smaller sandwich boards, and she's going to work on those too this winter and put them out. At least that's what she said before she knew that we were getting some yard signs as well. But I still feel the more the merrier. You know, if Tom wants to make her some sandwich boards and she wants to get them all set, fixed, and straightened up, then hey, let's do it. And there's always places we can put them. Lynn's working on marketing side of it. You know, that's a big part of business anymore, is marketing. You got to market yourself, or it's not going to work. Just like I said, if you marketing and the business side of things is what we have to work on. The marketing will bring people in and bring vendors in. You know, we could reach out further and further. The further we can reach out, you know, the bigger the area that we can reach, the more people we have to draw from. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed the update, and hopefully I have some more stuff next week. Maybe I can do a nice update on the sign or something else. So I hope everyone has a great rest of the week, a good weekend. This weekend looks like we might be getting a little rain again, but you know, it's still, this is Wednesday. You'll see this on Thursday, but as of Wednesday, just a little bit chance of rain, so it can change and we could have none. Yep, side by sides. And of course they had to turn around my driveway and interrupt. So, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their week and we have a good weekend. And I'm always down below if you want to come down and talk to me, or if you have anything to say. That's where I'm at. So until next week, everybody take care, and I will see you at the flea market.